Check one, check one. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Am I on? Let's see. Come on, baby. Let's do it. Yeehaw, daddy. Happy Monday. Good morning. How's everybody doing out there? I see you're all piling in already. Good job this morning getting here early. Happy Monday. Everybody doing well? Hope you all had a good weekend. What time is? Subscribers. Save. Get on down. Let's get on down. Do some Tesla. Do some TLT. Good morning out there. How y'all doing? I think that's it. There we go. Flight was scrubbed. Here, let's get right into it. Okay. We're not going to wait. I know some of you are all excited already. Happy week. Hope you had a happy weekend. Where I am, we had I think Horse Lover Fat said something this morning. Said 80 degrees and then snow. That's pretty much what the weather is like here. It's been a wild weekend with weather. Cold fronts blasted in yesterday too at some point. So it's like winter all over again. Fake summer. Good thing is, well, let's talk about this open right here and what's going on right now, so you can see it. And without saying anything, what do you guys think what's going on out there? I want to know what you guys think right now at this moment. What do you think is happening in the market at this moment? It's kind of an important question to be asking here. I am interested to see what takes place here. So the VIX right now is trying to, of course, catch its legs, right? VIX is trading 1751 at the moment. Like this could be some kind of a trap for bulls up here. With that said, the SPY right now, and we're going to take a look at the SPY on a 1-minute chart, and then we're going to take a look at a 30-minute chart on the SPY this morning. I'm going to mute this here in the background. Now, normally off of, I want you to see this specifically here. Normally off right here. Hold on here. So this is a great learning time for traders here. I'm gonna explain why here in just a second. So we have the hourly here, okay? We traded down into the hourly trigger, consolidated. This is the open right here, and we squoze straight up off of it, okay? Now what you do is you trade that squeeze, believe it or not. But what we're seeing now is a retest of this cluster here. And truth be told, when you're trading these clusters like this, right, you grab this squeeze, but the truth be told, you're looking for not just the squeeze, but then the check of the cluster. You want to make sure that it's not a trap, right? And so if you were to trade this cluster here, your stops would be down here. You pick up the cluster right there, and your stops are below. So that you could look for a squeeze higher. Now, the one thing to know about these clusters, or a few things to know about these clusters, is they're emotional. We label them as emotional because of the reaction that takes place on these clusters. But then we're also trying to find out and decipher, hey, is this cluster bullish or bearish? So sometimes they're bearish, right? It's like, how do you find out if it's bullish or bearish here? And what we look for is velocity to find out where we are in velocity. That's the stuff that's down below. Is this a bull structure? Is it a bearish structure? How are we doing in the daily, the hourly, the 5 minute, 10 minute, or the 1 minute, and then weekly and monthly? Actually, we can look at the 3 month too. So right now on the 1 minute chart, I'm not really gleaming too much from this. Well, we're gonna look at the VIX here in just a moment. I think it's a trap right now. I'll give you my honest opinion that I think it's a trap. And the reason I'm saying that is because of this. I want you to look at this. So you do see the hourly velocity up here is kind of peaking out right on the daily. We're kind of starting to max out here. On the hourly, you see this just beginning here. Okay, see these green bars starting to grow to the downside, showing a weak Monday to me. Now, I'm just letting you know what it's showing at the moment. Okay. Is kind of a bull trap setting up. This is on a 1 minute chart. Now I'm going to look at the 30-minute chart and try to decipher if, and you can see right here, we've got this little green bar down below. You can see the rollover in the hourly here. We're kind of peeking out on the bullish daily candle here as well. So the 30-minute chart on SPY is saying to me that we're a little overbought right now at this moment. Now, even though we're overbought, you can see that we've been trading this hourly like it's nobody's business, right? So if you're looking for a place to buy, it's probably going to be lower. Where is that lower? It's somewhere in here. You can see that all this is getting bought up. 411, 410, something like that. And we talked about these numbers back on Friday's close to try to buy something. You'd rather buy something down here. We wanted to buy lower than this on Friday as well. Wanted to buy down here. And the question becomes on a Monday, are we going to go higher right off the bell? So just overall impression is this is a bull trap for a Monday. Now on VIX, right? We were trading this all the past couple weeks. Buy, sell, 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 right? And this is where the trap looks like. This looks like this is where the trap is, right? You saw the VIX back here on Friday get bought, and we're underneath the hourly right now. So can the VIX crash? Hell yeah, it can. It got rejected fully off the hourly candle right off the open this morning. So we could possibly squeeze up higher and then reverse. We go up and clean up the top maybe, and then we reverse down, right? So SPY goes up, VIX goes down, SPY goes up, and then it squeezes. You get the double bottom down below at 1706. Remember we talked about 1706 last week, right? I kept harping on it, 1706. And you can see that on Friday at 4:10 p.m., we nailed it, right? Actually, it was at 3:40 in the afternoon, then 4 p.m. So there's some room to go up. Looks like there's some room to go up, but then of course, it does look kind of toppy at this point. So overall, if you do trade this today as a bull, if you trade this, even if we squeeze higher, you're going to probably get some kind of a blow off on the daily at least. So what would you look for in the upside here, right? What are some targets to the upside? And we've got some. We've got this nice little bad boy up here. We got 413.70 above to tag. We've got some gaps to close above here, right? So you get your gaps up here. You've got your 413.70 on the day above. You've got R1 above that at 1502. On Friday, we also talked on Friday about where the expectation for top for this week. As of Friday, I'll look at it right now, but as of Friday for this week, range is expected to 415. Can we go to 420? On ES, we can. I don't know about on SPY itself. We'll take a look at that today as well. Now, if we begin to trade above 415, and we can successfully defend it like this right here, successfully defend it, we can start talking about tagging 420. We'll get some exact numbers above. But until we break above 415, it's going to be a pretty significant level. We will likely come back down and test some of these lower ranges on the week at some point this week. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind today not that it's guaranteed, but to expect any kind of a push higher today to quickly get sold off at 413.70, possibly even 415. I think it's 01. Yeah, it says it's up here. It says 402, but I think I think the exact number is 415.02. We got a bunch to talk about for the day here. I'm not in any positions right now that I haven't been in. Of course, I've got some IWM stuff, and I've got some Rocket Lab and that kind of stuff. Some underlying. We have a bunch to talk about. I've got a bunch of text messages from the weekend to go over on some tickers to look up and some research to do. And we actually have some other stuff to talk about this morning too, about the TV and movie and film stocks that are out there too. So we got a bunch of crap to go over today. We have some stuff to go over with earnings, Tesla specifically.
Where we do get the US NAHB housing market index.
We'll also look at the impact of SpaceX flights on the stock market if we have time. It's been scrubbed. Elon tweeted, I think, could be a few more days until the next launch. So if I don't get time today to do that, we will at some point. We will at some point look at the impact of SpaceX flight on, or flights, or rocket flights on the price of Tesla. There has been, if a flight is scrubbed, it sometimes can be like a moot point, but depending on how that flight turns out, it does impact the price of Tesla typically. I wish it didn't. I used to get upset about it because there we go, a nice little, see that 4175 above, some liquidity up there, and there's 4180. Let's look up 420 up there, see if that liquidity still stands up there. There it is right there. See it? That's right up here. 420 on ES. And we'll talk about the JPM collar today as well. As we're coming into OPEX, we'll check on those numbers at some point today. And what we have to get to. Maybe we can get the VIX crush into OPEX. And I found it kind of funny. You got Mike Wilson out there basically saying the same thing, basically saying there'll be a crash once we get into OPEX. Yeah, you got like a bunch of 18-year-olds on Wall Street Bets saying it, and you got Mike Wilson chiming in with the Wall Street Bet regards. And FinTwit, of course, has been talking about it for the past few weeks, or not weeks. I think after the blow off top discussion went out the window, that's became the newest discussion that the next window of opportunity for bears is OPEX. I'm gonna assume right now that everybody's gonna buy puts, and it's gonna rip some faces off just based on that. Sellers stepping in. This is. Let me make sure I got this right here.
China warns of major military action in the Yellow Sea on Tuesday.
Make sure I got where that hourly trigger is. $4.12.12. So it's actually lower. $4.12.12 right there. That's exactly where the hourly trigger is. Put this down here so you can see it. Good morning, Will. How are you, brother? How's everybody doing out there? Y'all doing well? If you want some targets for below, I'll show you those right now too, just in case if you're bearish here. We've got the 410.06 down here. Says the H line down below. If this is the previous low the day before. S1 is 409.97. And then down here, we'll look at the hourly or the daily trigger as well, in case you really want to get on that. Give me a second here. I got something to look at. I'll make sure I get some targets for you. $408.18, somewhere down in here.
10 seconds.
Bunch of gaps to fill down. Not gaps, but H lines down here to fill. 404.57.
45 as expected.
We haven't been able to touch this, right? This daily trigger down here. We haven't been able to get down there at all. So there's been no return. Weakness for this week, 408 and change, somewhere down in the 408 area. Squeezing higher again. Still have this gap above at 413.34, 413. I'm gonna put those in for you too, so you can see them at least. One right there. VIX getting killed right now. Something like that. Yep. Somewhat the expectation for today, something like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Get up there, and then some kind of a roll. Melt up behavior. Nothing different right there. All just melt up behavior into earnings season. If you want the best trade in here, it's more than likely going to be sell. I don't care if it's here or here or here. I'm sure that some of y'all are going to try to jump on this to catch a low for the week. If you're a bull looking for a dip to buy in here, it's probably lower. It's probably down at minimum. It's probably down minimum somewhere in here. If you want a weekly dip buy, 408 looks juicy. We also will talk about OPEX this week, MOPEX. Yeah, I think that's about where it is. Thanks, Purple Tom. Make this smaller here, too. Bear cross right now on the 1 minute. Just so if you're a bear out there, we just had a 1 minute bear cross. Another bear cross coming up right now on the 5 minute as well. 15 minutes setting up a bear cross as well. Hourly, not so fast. You can see our one down here. Great place to buy the dip. Somewhere down in here, 410. We're going to start rolling over here, I think. Should get a nice blast down. Might not even get up there right now. Might just go straight down. Let me look at some trade here. Hold on. Oh, yeah. You got 91,000 puts on 412p. 91,000 puts on 412p for 71 cents. Some room to go down here, too, huh? Going on in Twitch this morning? Oh, dude, who showed that? There you go. Missing a bunch of stuff here. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Phone on 99. Thank you for subscribing, Tier 1. Don't do it. Subscribe to Tier 1. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone out there. Nino, how are you doing this morning? Morning, Blind Nestel. How are you? Griff, good morning. How are you, brother? You feel like this chart's about to hit Heartbreak Hill? We need to pick a direction and go ham for my straddle. It's not doing too much right now, right? Just coiling. You know what happened on Friday? We coiled like this. And we ripped some faces off, didn't we? Nick saying blood.
Sponsored by To The Tick. Get free daily
Yeah, you're welcome, Mark.
Fibonacci and market profile levels by signing up at tothetick.com.
You're gonna get flooded with meetings today. We expect a rollover this week or the following. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna talk about if we do get a rollover. My one concern here is that everybody knows it's coming, so you just can't. What happens is they like to slam the 0 date put by. Will probably happen later on this week, and sometimes that works if we get follow through. Sometimes it actually acts as fuel to the upside. When everybody knows it's going to happen, sometimes it doesn't happen, right? Yeah, I expect a weekend or a weekday low. I do. I'm looking for IWM. So IWM, my take on IWM is my thing here in IWM is to try to just capture suckers. I want to capture suckers, so not suckers. I shouldn't say that. I'm trying to capture the run up or lead up into small cap earnings. And if it can trade, I don't need it to get to 200. I just need it to get like 186, 192, attempt to close a gap. I mean, I'll keep it pretty fucking simple. Here, we'll look at IWM really quick. It's more like this. When I say capture suckers, I mean more. Like the premium kick run up into small cap CR season. So just right here on ER or IWM small caps. We'll take a look at it really quick, and we'll look at it on Bookmap as well. So we'll look at it on Bookmap as well. So I don't really care if we actually go to 200 or not. I have some concern here about 185, 186. What I'd really like to see is the attempt to get up to 185, 186. I don't know if we get to 192, 196. There's some gaps up here we have to look at that haven't been filled. I don't know if you can see it on 4R. Maybe you can see it right there. Some gaps up here, 192, 196. I don't really need all of this. I just need like social fucking media to be like, IWM is going to go to the moon. I could give a flying fuck if we actually get up here. And I just need you to pay me on the trip higher. Now, the cool part about where we are right now in IWM is that there was this is like Tesla. A lot of death and destruction, a lot of getting murdered in here, and there's probably a free ride up in here. This is the ride that I'm interested in. I'm not really interested in day trading IWM. It trades so slow in my view. Man, when it moves, but I don't like getting cut up in all this crap down here. And you can already see the cluster is here, right? You see the cluster to start ripping faces off in IWM. Volume is telling you a lot, or the declining volume is telling you a lot about IWM ripping some faces off. And we'll take a look real quick at no, VIX is getting murdered right now. VIX is getting hammered. IWM might provide that fuel that's needed for SPY to just start ripping some faces off. Well, let's just look here. This is IWM. It's a 1 minute chart. Let's look at a 30-minute though. Why I like it more now. Why do I like this now and I didn't like it before? And it's because of this right here. So if you look at this yellow box down below here, I kind of liked it in here. And then I didn't like that. No, but we're starting to get bullish, right? So we're just starting to pick up an IWM. This is a 30-minute chart on it. And I want to capture all this up here. I want to capture like some explosive moves to the upside. The potential to get up here. Now, when I was telling you earlier, I'm not really concerned about the 190s and 200s and all that kind of stuff. I just want that free ride trip. If there is a free ride trip, like all this noise back here, I'm not interested in. I know there's a ton of dead bodies down in here. I know there's a bunch of people that are trapped in here, which is good because they're going to want to keep buying to make IWM move higher. Because the target's above of 180, of course. And then we've got a 188, probably 185, somewhere in here. Consolidation, like trade higher, consolidate, trade higher, consolidate. And then the promise will be to, 200s. I don't think we get there. But I think you're going to see on social media that we're going to get there. And even if we do get there, I don't really care. I just care about this consolidation and then a trip higher. That's all I care about. I care about the free ride up. And this is the money. This is where the money is right here. So overall, I'm pretty bullish on the setup for IWM is probably the best setup in the market right now to go long with some kind of comfort and premium and being kicked into the call side for IWM. Just people just being like, yeah, I'm trading this. So I like the idea of IWM for a free ride. Oh, look at this. All this trappiness going on in here. All this guy. This is all garbage to me. I mean, I used to trade this shit, but I ain't trading this shit. I ain't trading it today. Want nothing to do with it. Okay, so there it is for at least IWM, my view. I like it a lot. I like it a ton. TLT has been selling off, right? It's in a death spiral right now. We'll look at TLT really quick. This is usually good for stocks, so this is telling you something else too. Just TLT on a 4-hour. This is the same range. We've been talking about this range since the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, we nonstop, right? Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and look at that. Beginning of the year, we also talked about when TLT should rip 6 to 9 months. So, of course, you're going to hear TLT bulls being like, this was it right here. We're going to the moon. Market's going to crash. You're going to, and the cacophony is going to be not, the next time we're down here and we come up, you're going to hear the same shit. You're going to hear, this is it. There's the crash. And, they'll probably do this, not guaranteed, but June, September, and November. One of these will probably provide that rip that you're looking for. The good thing about TLT, the TLT trade, is if we can get back down here again, down to that $100 or so, it'd be a great buy. Another great buy for TLT. Gold, I keep saying gold is going to sell. It did make a new high last week. I think last Sunday I said expect selling on gold. I'm still expecting that sell. We did get a new high though early last week. Although I am anti-gold right now, even with this new high last week. This was believe this is Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I believe, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Blasted down here.
Looking now to the fear and greed index, 68 out of 100 indicating greed, and the crypto fear and greed index, 69 out of 100 equaling greed as well.
Partially my reason for this is if we break higher in the SPY and we break out of trend into the upside, which we have been doing anyways, the more that we do that, the less risk there is to the market, and we need some confirmation for this to happen. Well, let's talk about gold and why I'm bearish on gold. Even though we made a new high, we made a new high last week. I can't say that we didn't make a new high last week. But why am I bearish on gold? I've been asked a lot about that, and I haven't talked much about it. And we'll talk about it. So, and why? Why bearish on gold? It's fairly simple. I don't normally look at or use traditional charting. I use it, I'll use it, but not like it's like if I had like this is my number 1 tool. This is like my number 10 tool. But you can't deny certain things. You can't deny that it wasn't easy to short these peaks, right? Like clockwork. And there's 2 things bulls are looking for here. And the first one is on SPX at least, right? We have
This stream is sponsored by
let me mute this shit here for a minute.
Strike allows you to actually hear.
So we have a negative divergence, right? We got a negative declining market, right? And we were actually able to break above. That's a key. This is the first part right here. Okay. And the second part here would be to this, my bearishness on gold would be, the next key part here would be to break above and defend this here, this like 420. If there's a successful defense of 420, we're going to go risk on. We're going to see, this is your trough right here. You're seeing more money. I wanted to talk about this more in depth too. I want to explain this better for you, but we've got a trough here, and we've got a temporary capitulation moment down below. I'm not saying that we're on a new bull trend here. What I'm saying to you though is if we trade up here and successfully defend this 420, that this will bring in liquidity into the market. And when you see liquidity come into the market, it's going to say we're in a risk-on environment. Whether that proves itself true or not, whether this is a false breakout or not, doesn't matter. The only thing that does matter is that you will see a flight from risk off to risk on. This will bring money into the market. And to that point, even last week, what I noticed in the past few weeks, what I've been noticing in the market, I wanted to make a point of this, and I'm grateful I didn't forget it, is that I noticed a lot of the behavior of the stock market has been very forgiving to bulls. It's another little footnote that bulls, when they make a mistake right now, are being rewarded. So if you have a bad entry on a trade right now and you're a bull, if you diamond hand, you're likely going to print right now, which is abnormal for this market. It has been abnormal for this market for some time. And just noticing that right now means likely there's some more risky behavior coming into the market right now. Another thing that I don't ever see discussed, or I don't see discussed right now, is what the stock market does when we do break above and keep going higher. No one likes to talk about it's weird. It's a weird thing too. If we trade up here and start having a breakout moment, the behaviors of it or when you what you consume in social media, what you consume in the news, and all that kind of stuff is a lot different than, like everyone's going to say, like market's going to crash, market's going to crash, market's going to crash here, or not that. I shouldn't say that. The market is due for a pullback. Like that mantra of the market is due for a like it's due for a pullback. I'm like, okay, why? Why is the market due for a pullback? Well, because VIX is at 17, SPY's at resistance. We need to pull back, then we can break through. And I think that more has to do with an individual's positioning than what actually happens during a breakout, which is the VIX kind of just trades sideways as we break out. And, you're left behind, looking behind, going, shit, we broke out. And meanwhile, the VIX kind of just trades sideways and down, even sideways and up while it takes place, right? So you have to be careful of that too. But there are little things, I guess, is my point here. Is there's little things that are cause for concern if you're overly bearish. There's like little market behaviors that I'm noticing that I'm like, man, I'm like, that's starting to look like a breakout. Just market behaviors are reminding me of when we break out from negative divergence from a downtrend, major downtrend. Like when we're in a negative environment, right? And when a low liquidity environment specifically, whether it doesn't matter if you're a bear or a bull, bear or bull doesn't matter. If we're in a low liquidity negative environment, you can't make a mistake. You make a mistake, and it's going to cost you big time. It's going to cost you big, serious money. Matter of fact, if you've been trading this past couple cycles, you probably have more experience and relevant experience in some way than even a long time participant. People that have been through 2000, 2008, you're talking 8 years between those big downturns. Past 4 or 5 years, you guys have been through some serious wild ass trading. And so I just want you to think about that. I want you to think about the idea of if liquidity re-enters the system, what signs are you looking for? One of the biggest ones is your sins are forgiven. There's enough money just pouring in the back end that your sins will be forgiven. It's a big one. I don't know if do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say that. I would assume that anybody out there that thought they were a rock star trader, during the COVID crash, right, in March, April, May, from that point forward, and let's say you were making tons of money, you're like, "Ooh, this is awesome! I'm a kick-ass trader. I make so much money, blah blah blah," and then you found out that you weren't any longer trading single tickers, then you weren't any longer trading blue chips, then you weren't any longer in 2022 in the indexes, any of that kind of stuff. If you've noticed it, I don't know if you do notice it or not. But when there's no liquidity in the system, it's because there's not enough money to go around, right? It's not like somebody else is stepping in to say, "Yeah, here's some more cash for you, for your fuck up. I'll buy. That doesn't mean it's like we're in that environment like we were in 2020 either. Like just the craziness of that much money coming into the market, but I can see a difference. It's faint, but it's there. Let me know if you think that if you've noticed it as well. I got to tell you, I got to be honest. Yeah, in a low liquidity environment, if you're positioned wrong, you're fucked. I'm down 100% right now, or the past year. Well, specifically the indexes past year. The year before that, you were pretty much fine. It was okay. Individual tickers, like our spec growth 2 years ago, and then blue chips that didn't have corporate debt bonds, and then of course corporate debt bond stocks last year and the indexes last year. I know I'm noticing that if you just hold, it's gonna fucking print, and I'm like, this is smelling like melt up to me. More even more so than melt up, it's smelling like much higher highs. Now I don't know if that continues to hold, if it's just a trap for bulls or trap for money to come into the system or not. Um, I don't know. I don't know the exact reasons for that. I think I know the reasons for that, but I think it's that you have to put your money to work. It's a constant chase. If you have money, if any of you out there have money, you already know it's a constant chase to keep that money, outrun the pace of inflation, outrun the pace of you spending your money. It's not just inflation either. It's putting your money to work. It's like even just the human side of, hey, I want to put some money to work, and the best way to do that is the fucking stock market. When it's sitting on my hands for 2 years or 3 years, it is that basic. Sometimes it is that basic. Taxes get higher. 5%'s not cutting it. I've put some money into into anywhere I can, and I'm just not getting the returns that I want. Sometimes it is that simple. I'm long 412 P for 47 cents. Hope I don't get my ass handed to me here in just a second. Oh, I did that thinking that I did that thinking that I was did that thinking I was watching the VIX, but in fact I was watching IWM. That was a bad move on my part. I was like, oh, I was like, VIX looks bullish. Probably have to unfuck myself from this trade here in just a minute. Love a few pennies, but now trading 51 cents, 412p. We need to get out of this trade. Hold on here. I'm flat on 50 cents on IWM. I was looking at the wrong chart. Jason Hendricks, baby, the H line.
The Treasury yields extending their climb with the 2-year up 9 basis points on the day.
Just a second here. Give me just a second here. I got something I got to do in the background. Just a second here in the background. VIX squeezing up right now. VIX squeezing $17.32 with a price target above of $17.50. Rug being pulled right now on the hourly trigger. Can I scroll over there? I got a bunch of stuff to do in the background here. Look for a break here in just a few moments. VIX trading 1740. Need break VIX to get up to 1749. Should have held on to those fucking puts. They're trading 71 cents right now. Flat right now. TLT selling off. Tesla closing its gap down below. Gold in free fall. Bud looking really good right now. Talked about that last week, right, Bud? HYG selling pretty hard right now. VIX getting a nice push right here. 410.06, 409 and 97, and then the 408, 05, 408.73 would be where I want to see us go, if possible, at all early this week. For a dip buy, someone was asking. I think I talked about that earlier in the broadcast, about an hour ago, half an hour ago, something like that. Early trigger breaking. Nice bear cross above in the 1 minute chart. 5 minute chart. Also, bear cross right now. Should start seeing little lower lows right now. VIX trading up to 1747. Want to see VIX tag 1750. Look for a pullback on the or a spike up higher on the SPY here in just a moment. And then we'll get continued selling in just a few moments after that. What was your question? If you held on, would you sell now or keep holding? I held. You can keep holding. We're probably not done going down. There's gonna be a quick. There should be a quick rip higher, and then we should get some more consolidation. Then another move down here.
And as well, seeing the Nasdaq 100 slide 0.5% to a session low, as well as the S&P down 0.1%.
$4.10s are only 19 cents, though. It's kind of surprising. We'll have to look at some of those here in just a moment as we squeeze. Here, I'll show it to you on another chart here. Hold on. So just on the VIX here, you can see this squeezing taking place right now on the VIX. Should get a little bit of consolidation here. A grind, and then an explosive move higher right there. See it? And your target above is $17.80. It's going to be a minute. You'll see a squeeze up higher here. This is the 1 minute chart. Beautiful, beautiful barrow plane here forming to the downside on SPY. 5 minute chart, same thing. Shouldn't take too much longer now. One minute chart right here. Sorry to put you on hold here. I'm going through a tweet deck right now for Walter Bloomberg. That's why I'm not talking to you guys. Bulls are looking for, keep an eye out here for you. Or bears are looking for a rejection above and continued downside here. Just like that. Give me just a second here. I'm trying to jump in on the short side here. I'm looking at the 412s again. They're 67, 68 cents. Trying to catch a downside reversal here in just a moment. I'm in for 70 cents. I'm probably going to have to add to this position. But I don't want to miss it if it does begin to roll. So if we squeeze up a little bit more, I'll add to it. If we can get up here, just add to the position. I don't want to miss the trade, so. So I'm on 10. 10 on 70. Add another 10 on 62. Add another 10 on 52. I'm on 30 right now for 412p. I'm going to hold those all day long. I'm not going to cut them loose all day today. Here comes the crash. I don't think there's a crash today.
It's in just under 10 minutes time now. We're expecting comments from ECB's President Lagarde, who gives a speech at the Council of Foreign Relations.
I don't think there's a crash today. I think we need some breathing room. That's about as much as I see. I don't see any crashes today. I got a text message about that too. Like, are we gonna crash? I'm like, fuck no, we ain't crashing. Very much pinned in 410, 450 range. No need to trade this position for weakness around into OPEX. Yeah, there's a I think we get some I hope that we get some down. I'd like to see that right down here, that 410.06 or this 408. Like anything down in here. Here, I'll just put them in there for you so you can see them. I'd like to see this as a buyable dip. Like PT1 down there and then PT2 somewhere down in here. It's gonna. I'm gonna have to watch. I can't give an exact down here. I want to see how deep it goes. I think this is the best that a bear can expect down here, but I'd like it to get down here so that I can buy a dip. Now trading 67. I don't know how long it takes. Could take all day long. Could take into the end of the day. You know how this shit goes. So somewhere down in there. Any ideas for an overnight hold? So hold on, I got a question being asked. Any ideas for an overnight hold? Trying to avoid a DT. I'm assuming that means day trade, or better to wait things out. I'll answer that question for you, FX3 Tracer. So, are you? I'm assuming you have a small account. That's gonna be my assumption. Like a day trade, I'm assuming you're under whatever it is, 20, 25K or something like that. So are you looking for a bullish trade or a bearish trade? Are you looking for a theta trade?
5 minutes away now to expect
You need to
ECB's President Lagarde. The video to this is on the newsfeed for those of you that are interested.
Yeah, it's day trade. So are you? You're looking to avoid a day trade.
Forex and stock instruments. Get a free trial at tickstrike.com.
And you want to take a trade that's longer than a day, right? Yeah, we can do that. We'll talk about that right now. Take a break. Not a break, but take a trade that's longer than a 0 day. Yeah, absolutely. So whatever charting system you're using at home, this is directed at FX Retracer. So whatever. Hold on a second here. Whatever charting system you're using at home, if you're don't want to be a pattern day trader, I guess. This is a 5-minute chart on the SPY we're looking at, okay, buddy? The implied move. So this today's the 17th, right? And on the 21st, we have an implied move to the upside right now into the 21st of 416.40, and on the downside 407.85. So 416, right? Up here, way up here, right? Hold on a second. 416. It's 416 and change up here. Truth be told, bulls only want one thing this week. They want to get above this 415 and hold this. That's like what a bull wants. That's it. It's all a bull wants. They don't care how long it takes. 1 day, 5 days, whatever. if you're want a bullish trade for this week, you're looking to buy 407, which is somewhere down in here in this S2 range. So if you're looking for a trade that you're not going to catch, if you're like, hey, I'm going to take a bullish trade, you're looking to buy somewhere down in here, this PT2 range, right down in here. Now, if you don't get that trade, you just sit on your hands for the entire week. Somewhere down in here, 407, 408, somewhere in here. If you can buy this week on a call spread, you're probably going to be okay. Now, with that said, as we head into OPEX this week, it might not be the best trade for you. Or we have like that, like some the market can do it. Well, we're going to talk about JPM later today. But just for you this week, if you're looking to take a trade this week, and we're going to get into some bunch of shit later on as to should you take a call spread here or not. Should you take a put spread here, right where we are right now, or not? You can take a put spread here too. You probably hit it as well. We're gonna get into a bunch of different stuff. Should we have weakness into this week? Yes. So you're more than likely looking for positioning this week. S3 404.95. See this daily trigger down here? This is my favorite. So if I was looking for a dip to buy,
comments from ECB's President Lagarde.
it's not even right here. It's actually lower. It's down here. It's like 403, 404, somewhere in here. Favorite trade. So if you're sitting on your hands right now, believe it or not. So I'd be looking down here or down here where you could take a trade and you'd be looking for some kind of a bottoming action, right? To confirm. And I'll show you how that shows itself. We're going to look for some bottoming process for you to take a trade. So you don't have a trade right now is my point. If you're not don't want to get a pattern day trader, there's no trade for you here. On the bull side, there's none. Even if we go up here, there's no trade for you because you'll have to close for profit today, right? And that's where you get your PDT. So there's no PDT trade. There's no I can't take a PDT. So if we start trading up here, this often happens with PDT traders. Say we squeeze up here, you hit your price target, and you're like, well, I gotta hold this into tomorrow now, and then it rolls over on the close on you. Now you're losing money, and you kind of just should have taken the PDT and moved on. The other issue here too is, I don't know where the fuck you're making your trades, but you should be able to. There's a bunch of brokers that you can open multiple accounts on. So if you're making enough money, even if you have an under $20,000 or $25,000 account, if you're making, I don't fucking know, $1,000 or so, you can pay the 50 to, what I think it's like $50 to move money from account to account. Should be no reason why you can't take a $50 hit. But I guess if your account is that small, well, that's a whole other discussion. We've had that discussion before, but nice little double bottom here forming. Bears starting to lose control. This is very bullish for the moment.
ECB's Lagarde says we may see more instability as supply elasticity wanes.
I will get I will trigger a stop up here. We keep trading higher here. There's a whole nother discussion here. If you're,
ECB's Lagarde says we
let's have that discussion.
Polarity.
So I don't have it that frequently any longer. I don't know why that's not showing up.
The data does not show
There it is, right
substantial
there.
changes in the use of international currencies.
Let me see. I guess we'll do a quick review of it. So let's start with something here. If you have a small account, if you have a small account and you're
ECB's
trading,
Lagarde says we need to complete the European Council Markets Union.
if you have a small account,
Apologies, just to repeat that. There says we need to complete the European Capital Markets Union.
you're either a new trader or you've blown up your account. So let's start just basic. If you're a new trader, you should get into our Discord. It's free. Let's just start with that. and ask for help. Don't go in there and
ECB's
talk.
look
Just
out as the completion of the capital markets
go in and
union
ask for
scheme of
help.
the euro.
There's a link to it right there. I'm going to put a link into the Discord. So that's the first thing you should be doing. You shouldn't be trading. Start with that. Like if you're a new trader, you shouldn't be fucking trading at all with real money. Number 2, if you're a losing trader, you shouldn't be trading with real money. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Like none of you out there right now should be experiencing PDD. So if you're either one of those, I'm going to tell you. I just post 2 links to the Discord. Go in there. Be nice. Don't put your feet up on the couch. Take your fucking shoes off at the door. Don't go into the refrigerator and grab a beer. Act like you're meeting someone that's going to help you with their fucking free time, and ask for help. That's rule number 1. That's a hard rule too. If you are under PDT, those should be the only 2 reasons you're under PDT. The only other reason I could think of would be you're maybe between $20,000 and $50,000, and you keep going in and out of PDT. That would be the only other thing I can think of. Or I don't know, you needed some money, so you took it out. You took it out of your brokerage to pay for some shit, and now you're back to PDT. That's the only reasons I can think of. So if that's the case, either way, get into the Discord and learn how to stop losing money. And that's going to lead into the next conversation here that we're going to have. That's going to lead into the next conversation we're going to have. And that is that when you trade under PDT rules, I haven't fucking traded under PDT rules in a long time, but when I did, I remember some certain things. I remember that it impacted how I traded. It was I couldn't add to positions, I couldn't reposition, I couldn't recover from a position. The mindset, there's like the mindset and the rules are kind of built around you losing all of your money. Now they're going to claim that. I remember the rules. I think this is put out by FINRA or somebody that made the rule that says, well, if you didn't make the trade and it didn't go your way right away, you shouldn't be trading or some nonsense like that. The truth is that the rules are meant to take your money away from you and to kick you out. It's like it's not your game. You shouldn't be in. Give your money to a portfolio manager, you fucking scumbag. You get nothing. Something like that. So that's already an issue. Is if you're trading PDT, that you're not going to trade to win, or you have your arm tied behind you. So if you're taking trades as a PDT trader, they should only be the most choice select trades, so that you're constantly being a winner, constantly winning money. They're layups. As an example, just right now, let's look at this chart right here. Is this a trend day chart? Fuck no. This isn't a trend day chart. There's nothing here today saying we're on trend, is there? There's nothing here. That's the upside or the downside. You already know when we go trend up or down that we would have broken down below here, and it would have been on, right? Start making a new low, slam into some kind of support, pull back, and then new low. It would have been one day, right? Bam, 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 we're down. So can you trade this as a PDT trader? Fuck no. So this isn't even the best day for you to be here. You should just be out of the market here. Even if we go down another 10 points, this isn't your day to trade. So my point here is multifold. If you're a PDT trader, you're set up to fail. You're probably blowing up accounts. You're probably making bad decisions. You're probably over trading. And if you're a new trader, you have no business even trading the S&P 500. You just don't. So I'm going to recommend. Now, I'm assuming that you're broke as a joke, too, because you're under PDT. So this is a free Discord. Again, I'm going to mention it one more time. Free Discord. You're not paying somebody for $100, $300, $400, $600 to get a free education. I mean, I have nothing hidden. You'll never see me contact you and say, "Oh, I do." I don't know, fucking know, like private mentorships or any of that kind of stuff. So, I'm gonna recommend that you go into that Discord again, and you can keep me on in the background, and then get in the Discord and just ask some questions. Be like, "Hey, new trader, or I suck," or "I'm a great trader, but I just made that one mistake," or "I made $100,000 and then I proceeded to burn it down to the ground with bad trading decisions." Any number of reasons that you're where you are right now, and get in there. That's the only thing I can say to you, because you should be able to learn enough to take only the best trades, to build an account to a place where you're not under those rules. Just being under those rules is like really bad. Um, does that make sense? Well, that's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Because it's a hard thing, and even right now where we are, there's no trade for a PDT trader in here. There is, but you're going to get kicked out. So the only other thing you could do would be you could open like 10 tasty accounts or something and roll your money from account to account. That's the only thing I think of would be that you don't, if you're under PDTs, you have a small account, you fucking trade to win, is my point with that. Even if you get kicked out for PDTs, my point is you don't think about PDTs and you fucking trade to win. You enter the right trade, you add to it, you max that shit out, you make as, let's say I got $1,000 and I can turn that shit into $5,000. Fuck PDT rules. Turn it into $5,000, get your money out of there, take the $50 that it costs to move it somewhere else, or 25, or call you. You know what I used to do? I got to think about this shit. I'm like, I used to call my bank and be like, "Can you?" I don't even talk about this stuff anymore. Like, you call your bank and be like, "I don't want to pay the $50, or take 25 off, or whatever it was at the time." Then I'd call the broker and be like, "Take the 25 off your end," so I wouldn't even have to pay that money. Like, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Like, especially if you're a broker that answers the fucking phone. Like, you don't. I mean, you don't have to like chart using Tasty or something, but just learn basically how to place a trade. And and bitch and moan. And I would never want to trade under those rules. So I'd rather turn like $1,000 into $5,000 and pay somebody $50 to move to an account that I can make my next bet on to get to $25,000 or $50,000 or whatever you need, because you need an account that's like minimum of 50, I think, roughly that, so you're not slipping in and out of PDT rules. But I don't know what else to say to you. It's a tough one, man. If you're in that boat right there, just get inside the fucking Discord, because they'll give you trades, or they'll be taking, or I shouldn't say they'll give you. They'll teach you how to trade. John Haggerty goes in there and does classes all the time. I know Winky does classes on stock buying. Your wife's boyfriend's in there doing classes. People in there all the time. They're taking trades, entries, exits, and they're trading plans. And the last one would be, if you are a badass, if you're like, I'm a badass trader and I'm a kick-ass trader, I just made a bad mistake, man. If that's true, then why are you even trading the market? Just be a prop trader. Go spend $100, $500, $250, and trade somebody else's money on futures. So there you go. There's another one for you. You can just trade. If you're such a badass, then and you're broke, be a prop trader. These people that trade other people's money, even if you have money, you don't have to be a prop trader. But if you want to be a trader without those rules, trade somebody else's money. Build an account. I guess for people that know what they're doing. Yeah, Lisa Collins saying great live talks on Discord with option strategies. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here streaming all day long with you guys. I don't have the time right now to just sit in a Discord. I used to love Discord. I used to be in Discords all the time. I've been in a bunch of different Discords, and they're fucking great. You can show up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You find the people that are serious, find the people that are trading this market for a living, and you ask questions and shut up. You DM those people, message them, and say, "I want to learn from you," or "How do I suck your dick," or whatever it is that you say. Um, to get in their good graces, and they'll teach you. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to teach you how to make money. You'll find like a lot of douchebags out there that are like, fuck this guy and fuck that guy and fuck that girl and fuck that woman. The truth is, those people more than likely can't take 5 seconds to say, hey, can you teach me how to make money? That's all it is. It's that simple. It's usually some kind of an ego that people have. They just can't get over saying, "Can you help me make money?" And it's usually that fucking simple. It's literally like a conversation. It's like a sentence. I need help learning how to make money. Can someone point me in the right direction? And it's that simple. It usually is that simple. You guys know people in life
US
like that,
Treasury
right?
2-year yields rise 10
Don't you
basis
guys?
points
Some of you guys are old enough to know when you
4%.
see people that are like, "Man, that person would be so good at their job if they just asked for help." Right? That person would be so good at school if they just asked the group for help. If they just shut the fuck up and asked. Right? So you know who these people are. You see them in your real life. Right? They know everything. Constantly trying to give advice. In reality, you're just looking for to just ask, raise your hand, and say, "I need help." It's usually that simple. SPY bleeding a little bit right now. A little bit of bleed in the SPY. Yeah, that's what I.
Fed bids for 3-month bills total $6.6 billion, and Fed bids for 6-month bills total $5.5 billion.
Yeah, if you need help making money with market breadth, we're not there in market breadth, are we? To buy a spread yet, are we? And I've already told you guys a million times that put spreads don't pay. Well, they don't pay. They can be timely. Like you have to put some time on them. Rotation trade has to take place. We're at the top of breadth. I'm like, too early to be putting on a put spread. Too fucking early. And the best trade is the Dan Niles trade. Dan Niles comes out and says we're oversold. He comes right on CNBC and he goes, "I'm still super bearish here. Market's gonna crash. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, but by the way, we bought this dip right now." And that's because it's breadth. It's fucking breadth, and it's always better on the downside, like buying the dip on breadth than it is when we're on the top. So if you're looking on breadth, you don't have a trade. A lot of you out there, man, a lot of you out there in 1 year can easily build a massive account if you just were patient. But you guys drink this shit on social media day in, day out. You get on FinTwit and Wall Street Bets and fucking StockTwits and all this other nonsense. And it's like a soap opera that you can't give up. It's like crack. You could literally set an alert on that market breadth indicator, and you just get a text message once every month or 3 months. Ding, time to buy. You could just buy the S&P 500. Just buy it during that time period when that happens and do nothing. Big green balls right now. Buyers stepping in. Squeezing higher now. Yeah, Binky's saying that the SEC changed the rules for 2023 related to PDT, so make sure you know your broker is treating those trades. It's tracked across all your accounts in most cases now. I don't know if that's true or not. I know, or not true, but I thought that you could take. I'm under the impression you can do that on Tasty. You can open multiple accounts. Shit, if you have to, find your, I don't know, your girlfriend or your wife, do whatever you need to do. Hey, Sloth, how are you, man? Hold on a second here. I'll see if I can find something on prop trading. Give me a second. I was gonna do a series on it, but I haven't had time to. I've got a list of the best prop trading firms. What you don't want to do, the big key here is you don't want to be forced to trade. Like you have to trade so much so often. Like you're forced into trading dog shit days, stuff like that. Looking pretty bullish here right now. Extremely bullish. I'm gonna start squeezing here in just a moment. Lots of buyers sitting on this hourly right now. $15-minute, these fucking bulls, man, they don't want to give it up, do they? Look at them. Stepping right in, just demand. Show me some blood, baby. Show me some fucking blood. Give me a dip to buy. Thanks, Rod, the beast. I appreciate it.
It's 10 minutes away now to get the 3 and 6 month bill auction. So the US selling $57 billion of 3-month bills with a prior bid to cover of 2 to 28 and a prior
Just give me a dip to buy.
98%. The US selling $48 billion of 6-month bills with a prior bid to cover of 2 to 70 and a prior high yield of 4.795%.
I just want a dip to buy. This isn't it for me. I'm still long puts right now. Just give me like bloodbath down here for like 5 minutes so I can buy a dip. Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today too. We got a bunch of crap to talk about today. We'll talk about Tesla here in just a moment. If you guys want to talk Tesla, we'll talk some earnings today. Tesla's pretty bearish right now. That, you know, like this whole 185, 186. Let's talk Tesla really quick. Want to get some Tesla stuff out there for you. Rules about Tesla. Not rules, not hard and fast, but just some rules about trade and owning Tesla, that kind of stuff. First, number one on Tesla is the move on Tesla usually comes after earnings. Well, no, I shouldn't say it. There's usually a run up or a sell down into Tesla earnings, right? The big move on Tesla on ER is usually 1 to 3 days after, anyways. This is a 1 minute chart on Tesla. And this whole area in here. Well, first of all, congratulations. If you sold, let me put this in a 30-minute chart. This is why I'm like, man, I'm like such an easy trade on Tesla. Just rated. So any of you bulls out there, any Tesla bulls, if any of you guys got out up here with me, either here or even here, congratulations. It's such a clean, perfect trade. It was a baller trade. To some extent, I wish I held. I have some regrets. That might have been the dip to buy down here on Tesla, but even so, this was a sexy trade in here. And what has it been since then is consolidation and unknown if distribution at this point. In this zone in here, this like 186 zone has sucked. Now the 223 trade, price target above was valid. Once we traded above over here. And you can see above here, there's that 223. It broke as soon as we broke through 200. Trade was over. So this wasn't too bad of a trade down here as well. Now, Tesla, the one big thing here on Tesla is, seriously, at least historically, if the rocket crashes, oftentimes the stock will just trade lower. There is probably a 50-50 chance that we have a crash, a flight crash for SpaceX. So there's risk here. I still don't like the Tesla trade. So when we originally took this trade up, I still don't like the Tesla long bull trade unless we break above this 220 and continue higher. I still don't like the trade, like the bullish trade. The reason is all these fucking sellers. Yeah, see, I wrote it up here before. Smart Tesla bulls will buy or retest, and that's above the blue line here. So even if you make this trade and you're like, woohoo, we did it, it's more this trade that's the. This is where the real money is for Tesla.
US selling $48 billion of 6-month bills with a prior bid to cover of 2 to 70 and a prior high yield of 4.795%.
And if we're down here and we start to sell, it's going to come down, right? $95, $65. I don't like this zone in here. Like, I just don't like it. This is very much like IWM. I don't like getting cut up in this shit. There's no need to. You want like the clean trade. Boom, clean trade. Boom, clean trade. Bounce, then a boom, clean trade. I like being in this stuff. I like being in this stuff. I like the sell-off and then being in this stuff right here. Like this trade, that trade, this trade. All of this stuff in here in Tesla, I got no want or business. And the crazy part is, if Tesla has a good ER and there is a trade higher, it's likely not going to happen until after, 1 to 3 days after their fucking ER. That's the truth. Most of the time. So if you're a bull, you're looking for a successful space flight, right? 150 miles up in the air, 150 kilometers or however fucking far up it is. And then you're also looking for a kick-ass ER. Without both of those happening, it's kind of hard to validate a trade here. Now, I will say this. On the daily, it's positive. On the hourly, not so much, right? Hourly's looking weak. Although the bulls have going for them that we see all this stuff down here. This is all positive for the bulls down here. On the daily, at least. But again, we know that they love to sell this market, or not the market, but they love to sell Tesla. So it's tough to give you like let's buy Tesla here. Should I buy Tesla here? All this is all garbage. These are all this is all dead bodies. People just torching their accounts. you want to be in once you're on trend. Like you can see it, right? When you're on trend, when Tesla's on trend, I mean, just look at it. When Tesla's on trend, face ripper day, come back into some support, face ripper, come back into some support, face ripper, coming back into support, face ripper, coming back to support, face ripper. Are we doing that with Tesla right now? Can anybody out there answer me? Face ripper, face ripper, face ripper, right? So are we doing this right now? Fuck no, we aren't. So and even here, it was at least a trend. Here, no trend. So, and as a matter of fact, it's bearish. Like, are we above the hourly right now in Tesla? Right? Well, I can just answer your questions for you. Are we on the hourly for Tesla? No. Are we on the above the daily on Tesla? No. Are we above the 1 and 5 minute in Tesla? No. You know what we are on? We're trading below the daily, the hourly, the 1 and the 5 minute on Tesla. That's bearish. That's what it is, bearish. And the hourly is saying that we're bearish on the day on Tesla right now. And then you look at the VIX. Oh, yeah, baby. Blood. If you look at the VIX right now, there's just macro conditions. You've got some bottoming on the VIX, right? You've got buyers stepping in on VIX. You've got potentially more buyers stepping in on VIX. And the VIX could squeeze, right? Squeeze above its hourly, right? You got another bit of bullshit here at 1780, and then you've got the daily coming down right here, and you got this little bit right here. So probably looking for the VIX to get to $18.40, $18.50, somewhere in there for a bull to start to say, yeah, let's buy some fucking calls. So $18.50 on the VIX would be best bet for a bull to buy a dip. Is the VIX at $18.50 right now? No. No, it's not. So, you want to take a safe trade as a PDD trader? You're probably looking for the VIX to be, I lied. VIX to be like $19.15, $19.13. So if you're like, hey, I'm PDD, oh yeah, some blood in the marketplace. We need VIX at like $19, 19 and change. If you want to start buying a dip. So, for me, oh yeah, 412P's printing 80 cents right now. Oh yeah. So do we have $19 in the VIX? 19 and 13 in the VIX? Fuck no. Oh. Now trading 90 cents on 412P's. Oh yeah. Who likes making money on a Monday? Oh yeah. Oh. How's that feel? Oh. Oh. How's that feeling out there? Does that feel good? It's okay. You can keep fading me. Just keep on fading. Keep on fading me. You'll learn. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Trading 88 cents and 412P's right now. Oh.
It's cover 2 to 59, 2 to 59.
He's not. So Foresight Finance is like E-Trade Shorts. He's always short.
The US selling $64 billion of 3-month bills and awards 72.79% of bids at high.
Glad my wife and kids are out of the house.
And the US 6-month bill bid to cover 2 to 78, 2 to 78.
You know what I can't wait for is like
And
summertime.
a high rate of 4.87%, 4.87%. So the US selling $54 billion of 6-month bills and awards 56.54% of bids at high.
I know, like summertime, and like I know one of you guys out there is probably driving a Mustang from like 1988 with a rag top, and you're probably gonna have like the roof down in the city, pulling up to a stoplight. You're gonna have me on playing on your sound system. And you're just gonna be like rolling up to that stoplight, cock your head
This
over to
stream
stare
is
at somebody, and
sponsored
then
by
all of a sudden you're gonna
TSLA.
hear me going,
Free daily
oh,
Fibonacci and market profile levels by signing up at tothetick.com.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm still in some puts.
So Treasury 3-month bill yield most at the auction since 2001. So just to repeat that.
Yeah, like
Treasury
the
3-month
the
bill yield
Mustang.
most at the auction since 2001. We did see that coming out of 5.08%.
Oh, we got Euro close, baby. Euro pours dumping. I don't believe you where we roam. I think you're driving that Mustang, you liar.
ECB's Lagarde, when asked about changing the 2% goal, says once inflation objective is achieved, we can discuss.
Should have taken the money and ran. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. VIX now coiling, ready to rip some faces off. VIX on a tear right now. Ooh, 911 Targa. That's a nice car. It's a really nice car. Sloppy724 followed on Twitch. Robert subscribed on YouTube. Kareem subscribed on YouTube. KCAE. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Say Gomez Gomezi has followed on Twitch. Sorry for hacking that. Don't do it. Has resubscribed Tier 1 for 2 months in a row. I appreciate that. Don't do it. SJC06F followed on Twitch. Vive Avatar followed on Twitch. JLVJR1 has followed. Anna Spaghetti Baby, thank you for supporting the channel on YouTube. I appreciate it. If you want to help support the channel, there are many ways to do it. If you're a poor trader, the best way to support the channel is get into the Discord. The second way to support it would be to like and subscribe. That does help. It's free. Tell your friends about the show. Find me on FinTwit. Just Google search CaptainJimJames Twitter, and you'll find me. Also follow on @CaptainsAlpha. It's a private sub. Just follow, and I'll let you in. I haven't done much stuff over there recently. I haven't had the time to, but still follow that handle.
In areas where China is prepared to work with them.
If you're on Twitch, you can subscribe through Amazon Prime Gaming. You take free money away from Bezos, and what it does is it every month gives me $2.50. A free way for you to support the channel. It's not even your own money. It doesn't impact what you buy on. I don't make any money from what you buy on Amazon. None of that crap. Just takes $2.50, gives it to me through Amazon Prime. You just go to Amazon Prime Gaming and subscribe to me through there. If you're on YouTube and you're making money, right now you should be making money again today. There's a direct way to support the channel. If you donate through YouTube or through Streamlabs, it's all wonky. There's like I guess that money's there. I don't know how to see it or something. My wife's trying to. Matter of fact, my wife's trying to do some spreadsheet stuff right now to look at my costs versus the money that comes in. But there's a direct way to donate via PayPal. So I appreciate supporting the channel. It does let me know if I'm doing a good job or a bad job, or if you're making money or not making money. Right now, I'm upside down. So I know my wife was telling me that I'm upside down, and the cost to me. So I don't know. She's all mad. Whoa, whoa! 412 P's trading $1.13 right now. Bloodbath in the market right now, trading 411.26. Catch up now. Why aren't you paying, man? Dude, these puts better be printing higher than that's bullshit right now. That is bullshit. $1.12's not enough. That is utter bullshit right there. They should be like $2. Oh, blood in the market. Trading 411.40 right now. Ooh. 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 No, they repriced them. That means they're probably going lower. It's bullshit. They should be like $1.80. That move down right there, that should be like $1.80. Not $1.12. Ooh. No, this isn't a trend day. Fuck no. When we're in trend day, within the first 15 minutes, half an hour, we're going down. You guys know this. If you guys don't know that, then you're not a long-time trader. You can't be. We go trend day down. It's right off the. It's not fucking. What time is it right? It's 11:30 in the afternoon. This isn't a trend day. This isn't trend day up or down. This is all bullshit. When we go trend day, dude, we're down like 70 to 100 points in a day. Up 70, 100 points. By not even a day, by like 2 in the afternoon. That's trend. Our asses are moving. We're on fire. Is this trend now? Oh, no, yeah. Is this trending? No, fuck no. I think there's like I think what you do is you go on like Amazon Prime Gaming, and it asks you if you want to subscribe to Twitch, to a certain person on Twitch, and you can subscribe to like Captain Jim James. And it rips money right out of Bezos' pocket. Yeah, this isn't trend. For us to get a trend day, we need like 70 points, 100 points down in a day. We need fucking. That's a trend day, damn it. I want more blood. This isn't enough blood. And I want it by like 2 in the afternoon. 411.48 right now. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 5-minute. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous right here. Look at this bullish bearish cross in pre-market right here on the 5-minute. Nice fat bearish cross down. And we ain't done going down, are we, bears? There's blood in the marketplace right now. Blood. I love it. Ooh. Ooh. Here's the low from. Here's the low down here. Remember, this is beautiful. Dude, so this trade right here was stupid. And that trade above was stupid too. These things printed so fat right here. Both of these trades printed so fat. Look at that. We got some blood right here. Ooh. 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 Oh. Ooh. Yeah, it's nice. What a bull wants. What a bull's not gonna get today. Now now you're gonna see people say we're getting a turnaround Tuesday tomorrow. I guarantee it, right? Someone's out there like, how about can I just get a turnaround Tuesday? I'll take that. Give me turnaround Tuesday. Give me I want $1.80. Give me $1.80, please. Give me $1.80. Dude, the fact that 412s aren't printing $1.80 right now is un-American. Yeah, they think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. They're like, what do you? They're like, what? When I first started streaming, no, they thought I was crazy. They're like, what are you doing? Oh no. Where's John Haggerty this morning? Is he sleeping in? Is he in his bunker? Jill? We need John Haggerty in here. We need play-by-play by John while I moan. Yeah, I bet he's in his bunker right now. Oh, I want 412Ps to print $1.80. I'll take $1.60. I'll take $1.60. I want $1.60 or $1.80 so I can wrap up the day here. Remember, if you're a bull, two places down here, PT1, PT2. Somewhere down in there. PT1, PT2 if you're a bull. Ooh. Pain in the market right now. Pain. Riot Platforms down 8.6%. Marathon Digital drops 7.2%. Coinbase slides 6.6%. U.S. shares of Hut 8 mining down 9.4%. Bitfarms down 8.8%. Crypto stocks extend losses as Bitcoin slips to 29,000, 3,000, or 365. Treasury 3-month bill yields most at auction since 2001. Oh, this is pretty awesome to see. GM, Tesla, Ford models to qualify for full 7,500 U.S. tax credit. Let me look at RBLX real quick. Look at RBLX. It bounced on its weekly. Be worth monitoring Roblox, RBLX. There's probably more down to come for Roblox, but if you did buy the dip on Roblox, 39.67 is your 39.67 is your stop loss on Roblox. If you did buy the dip on Roblox today. VIX is going to look to retest its 1 and 5 minute here. So you should see a squeeze here. The retest on VIX would be at 1746 right now. Schwab doing very well this morning. FRC doing very well this morning. XLF holding itself up pretty well.
At 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we expect comments from Fed's Barkin, who speaks in person before the Richmond Association for Business Economics.
AMD, pretty fucking bearish right now. McDonald's, sell the news.
Again, some sources are saying that this event is at 12 o'clock, while others are saying it's at 12:45.
Lowe's keeps pumping. Starbucks keeps pumping. Nike's looking kind of weak. Rotation, a lot of rotation today, it looks like. Whole lot of positioning and rotation on individual tickers. Let's do the 5 minute again. $411.94, somewhere up in here. $411.94. Somewhere up in here. Watching VIX here in the background, see if it can hold on to price here. Want to see VIX hold 1746 or 1744. If it doesn't hold 1744, we could see even bigger squeeze and higher here. Bears haven't had any follow through. None. Bears have had zero follow through the past weeks now, going on weeks right now. Any weakness, the market's been bought. Anytime we have a Fed speaker, there's usually a hedge put on the market. Oh, that's another. I got another cool thing to tell you guys. I just had fiber come to my neighborhood. Finally had fiber come to the neighborhood. I now have a another option. So I'm very excited here. So I'm going to tell Xfinity to lick my balls. And I'm going with fiber. So I'm ecstatic. Hey Vivi, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Good evening, brother. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to take a quick break here, just a couple moments, and I'll be right back with you guys.